Ooh, that smooth jazz.
And now is a time when things are shifting. There's gonna be a new world order out there. And we gotta lead it.
True internet covered depression.
You are fake news.
I am not suicidal.
We'll circle back with you directly. I can circle back. I'll circle back with you. Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
Hello and welcome to episode 292 of the Jeffrey and Brian Show. I'm Jeffrey.
I'm Brian.
And we're two guys drinking some beers, talking what's going on. Speaking of circling back with Jen Psaki there, I just want to say Epstein was not suicidal.
No, he killed himself. That's what they say.
Well, before we get into that, because obviously that's going to be something we're talking about tonight, because that's been all that has been on the news and every way looked in every direction forever, for like 2-3 weeks now.
Yeah.
Well, Whoopi came out and like talked a bunch of trash about people saying that Trump supporters don't deserve emergency relief in Texas. Good for Whoopi. I'm going to give credit where it's due. You know, her getting all upset, like, "Are you kidding me? These are still human beings." I'm like, that's good to actually hear every now and then, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, how many stories a year where people get fired for posting stupid shit online about like hoping more people die? It's like, what? These are little girls.
Exactly.
That Salt Lake City shooting with the No Kings protest, when the dude who got shot was the one who was arrested.
Uh-huh.
Apparently, the cops told these organizers in advance it was a bad idea to have their own armed security team known as the Peacekeepers. They said it's not illegal, but it's a really bad idea. Like,
Right.
that's how mistakes happen, you know? And it specifically says they have no idea. Was it, I can tell you that they were 1 month. Okay. Look at directly, it's a bad idea. You can do it. It's not illegal. There's nothing illegal about it. It's just a bad idea. And then they said, well, I think it's a good idea. But yeah, they no arrests have been made. They have no idea who to look for because the cops are so incompetent. They didn't take down the names of the people who actually fired a weapon into a crowd. Just how are you that incompetent, right?
I don't know how that's possible. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was an immigration, no King's rally. It was may as well have been an immigration rally because they were the same groups of people. Maybe they were worried if they spoke to these guys, they'd end up getting them deported. Oh, remember when this whole parents were being called domestic terrorists for like, what are you doing with my children at school?
Yeah.
Apparently, teachers union came to the Biden team and said like, we need something to like hook people into like backing off and letting the teachers union do what it does. And that's actually a term they use. They needed a hook. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
well, what about domestic terrorism? It's like, geez Louise, that's so this was decided upon before, before shit really even went down. That they're gonna get something happen, or what I mean, something to pin everything on. Yeah. Oh yeah, the FBI agents that investigated the J6 stuff
Yeah.
were afraid that Trump was gonna uh, do whatever it is that Trump does, I guess.
Right.
And they tried to sue him over it. And the judge was like, he hasn't done anything. There's nothing he said that's just he's gonna do anything like this.
Mm-hmm.
And just threw the case out. And that was a Biden appointed judge that made that decision. Just threw it out. I was like, that's a ridiculous thing to bring up.
Yeah.
I'm just glad to see some of these cases are actually being thrown out. It's just wasting time, All right. Oh, geez, dude, another Boston, city of Boston employee, like, and not like MBTA, but
Mm-hmm.
like the actual government has been arrested. This is the fourth, I believe. Yeah, has been arrested for something crazy. Like, remember we had the embezzlement a little recently. I can't remember what the rest of them all were. This woman drove the vehicle in a drive-by shooting, and she's the Boston Health Commission employee.
Wow.
Yeah, she drove the vehiel, and keep saying allegedly. She's like, no, I was shooting. I was driving. He was shooting. I was like, oh my god. I was like, what's going on in Boston, dude? Like they have freaking like government employees doing drive-by shootings now. Uh, so I mean, I don't know what her defense case could be besides I didn't know he was gonna start blasting, But that's a tough one in court, I suppose, especially when
Yeah.
you work for the health commission, because I'm pretty sure red hot lead is not healthy. Oh, did you see this shit about the climate change poll data that came back?
Uh-uh.
They were looking at how much all this media hype and all the money we've dumped in everything got people to actually care. No, still nobody cares, and everyone will be like, "I care." No, you don't really, though. You know,
Yeah.
uh, because half the people that say they care and they get all angry about it are the ones consuming the most energy.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, like nothing has changed in 30 something years or 40 years or whatever this is. I thought it was hilarious. Hundreds of billions of dollars have gone into this program and it had zero outcome. That's because they super saturated everything with the world's going to end in 5 years. Oh no, it's not 5 more years. Shit. Are you old enough to have remembered when they thought there was a coming ice age?
Yeah.
Jeez, my goodness, right? And that's the thing is they keep telling us something different is going to happen because of it, which I know it's a fact the climate's changing. It's always changing, just like we're coming out of an ice age, which explains why the planet is getting warmer. How that's going to affect everything, I can't possibly know. Mankind has found a way to pull its ass out of the fire way too many times, you know? All right. Dude, all of the news today. You see the freaking bomb that went off in LA? I'm gonna take
Yeah,
that.
I did.
No.
Yes, I did. Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was like a training facility for bomb squad or something. And
Uh-huh.
at the LA County Sheriff's Training Field Office or whatever. At least three deputies are dead. Last I heard, it's three. That's it, no more. But a bunch of injuries and obviously damage. And it turns out there were federal agents on site too. So I mean, was this an unavoidable accident? Was it someone wasn't paying attention, or did that thing have a remote button with someone out in the parking lot pushing it?
Mm-hmm.
The investigation continues. Oh my god! All right, I don't. Do you care about NPR? Apparently, their funding officially got cut off now.
That's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah, and we can. I mean, I got a
I
whole
mean,
thing here.
this has been going on since Ronald Reagan was president when he was trying to defund them.
Yeah,
So, and they're saying it's not that much money, but if it's really not that much money, why are they raising such a cow about it?
yeah. Don't they get most of their donations, money from donations from viewers and stuff?
So they say, and
And like,
advertisers.
yeah, well, yeah. You do have some commercials. Yeah, and then you used to have like wealthy donors that just give them money too. I don't know. Was this? Yeah, this is NPR, not PBS. I don't know what I think of the government funding TV or radio stuff. Honestly, it makes it sound like Russian television immediately.
Yep.
I, I mean, I get why they would want to do it, but at least PBS isn't always news garbage. Sometimes it's at least stuff for kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, I don't care enough. The new CEO ran her mouth, obviously, and then she got blown up with her own tweets. So whatever. Moving on. Oh, remember how I mentioned? I think it was last time we got together. There's a lot of drug use out here in the middle of
Yeah.
nowhere. Right now, West Virginia is leading the nation in the reduction of overdose deaths,
Huh.
which good for West Virginia, but that might mean that they had so many people dying that even no, that you know what I mean? That
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, it's the percentage or whatever, but I don't know. They changed something apparently. So actually, you know what I think it is? You can get Narcan now. You seen that shit in Virginia?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if that was a nationwide thing. 'Cause I remember like Narcan, isn't that what they give to like people ODing on like morphine and stuff?
Right.
I was like, oh, okay. So when someone takes too many Percocets, that's why they're not dying at least, which I guess that's awesome. But could you imagine carrying around a Narcan instead of an EpiPen?
Hmm.
No.
Yeah, that's crazy, but it's good.
Yeah, I mean it's saving lives. So
Yeah.
I think it's a sad state of affairs when we have to be able to carry these around because we're going to overdose on opioids.
Right.
Other side of that coin, a U.S. appeals court just heard whether or not West Virginia could restrict abortion pill sales, like Plan B,
Uh-huh.
and the U.S. Court, the federal court, said they absolutely can do that because this is now a state's issue. We don't want to have crap to do with this. Which still don't know enough of Plan B to have an opinion on it, but uh, I don't care really much about this isn't going to affect my life, I guess. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
All right. What happened to the ocean? Did you go to this fireworks display?
No,
No.
no. I was watching the fireworks in Fort Monroe. This was over on Ray's side of the water.
Uh, yeah.
And
I put on this
it
huge,
wasn't an official fireworks display.
yeah, he just set up
Somebody went and set up a bunch
some,
of stuff from South Carolina and shot them off. Or
how
wherever,
many
you
people,
know?
yeah, how many people came out there to watch the show? It's like, oh, that's so cool. Then you find out it was some friggin' redneck in his backyard.
Exactly. And the police are
That's
trying to
cool.
figure out who did it.
Yeah, he went down to the beach to set them all off, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what the penalty for that is, but I am certain it sucks. That's a whole lot of explosives you're not even allowed to have in Virginia without a license, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
All right. Yeah, Guapo shared this one. Apparently, this massage place, uh, dude, like reached into some broad's pants, I guess, and admitted to it. Like he's like, "Oops, I shouldn't have done that," but I didn't realize it was a problem. Okay, he's finally facing his day in court. I thought that was weird, but I think Ray just thought it was funny.
Yeah.
What's up with your banana thing?
Oh yeah, the Savannah Bananas are coming to Norfolk again. They're like the Globetrotters of baseball, and Ray and I both. Well, I have tickets, and Ray's going with me on my birthday on Thursday to the game.
Oh, your
It's
game's on your birthday?
Yep,
Happy birthday! That'll be a fun day out to watch a goofy game.
yeah.
I've never been to one, but I don't know how you make it funny like basketball, but I'm sure there's
Oh,
ways.
they do. It's they got musical, they got singing, dancing going on. The scoring's totally different. It's whoever scores the most in an inning, they get the point for the inning. There's a 2 hour
Okay.
time limit on the game. It's very fast paced and moving. It moves fast.
I said something a lot of people forget about too is that it's show, not a
Hmm.
game. Uh, but yeah, that's cool. I guess it's gonna be a lot hard. Well, I guess you could just have a bunch of errors. At least in basketball, they can just take the ball away from the guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, you've been before, haven't you?
No, I didn't go last year. I wasn't able to
Uh,
get tickets, but
but they sell out.
yeah, there's a big lottery that you have to get. If you try to buy them on the black market, they're like $300 a ticket.
Oh,
If you buy them through the Savannah Bonanza, it's $35 a ticket. So
damn. But yeah, wow, I didn't realize they were that popular. Uh, so Judge Dugan, remember her, right?
yeah.
Uh, said a claims the illegal immigrant escape case criminalizes, quote, doing her job. Her job is to not help people evade law enforcement. I just don't. Is anyone buying this?
No.
Just got to come up with a better argument than I'm allowed to because I'm a judge.
Yeah.
Because you're not. That's not what the judges do. Um, I think it's insane that so many people are almost all but completely agreeing with this woman, and it's insane to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Just like that woman in Massachusetts, that judge up in Mass, who did the same thing under Trump the first time. Then Biden dropped charges, and then Trump just brought him back on, which I have no idea what the statute of limitations is. But anyway, Texas recently had a court tell them they cannot have like a foreign immigration law that they can enforce.
Yeah.
And they just did it with Florida too. Actually, it wasn't even that. It was the United States Supreme Court that said Florida can't do it. I'm not. I'm still a little confused why they can't have their own immigration laws.
Well,
Because
because it's a federal thing.
yeah, but the feds or the locals or the stadies can all pick you up for murder. It's not like only one group's allowed to have the law. You know. Anyway. Oh, bishop in the Catholic Church. I should look up who this guy is. Out in California, has excused Catholics from mass because they're afraid they're going to get picked up by immigration.
Yeah, yeah, I shared that.
I'm not sure what to think of this. Uh, I mean, yes, you want to help as many people as possible, but you can't just let everyone into your building, your house, your
Mm-hmm.
nation, you know? And I get it, I guess, that the church is like, yeah, well, it says you're excused. I was like, if I don't want to go to church, I just don't go to church. No, the priest doesn't try to shame me for missing an obligation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know how strict these guys are out there in California, or devout these Hispanic Catholics are. Which, if that's the case, then these guys out in California better watch out because they say like fundamental Catholics are all terrorists, don't they?
Yeah.
Mm. Things to think about when you think about the things that you need to think about. So I found out apparently Trump still had custody of these people we sent to El Salvador that are sitting in prison. I didn't realize they were in our custody in El
Hmm.
Salvador,
Okay.
which is very interesting to me. I'm not quite sure how that works, but sure. Well, now El Salvador and the U.S. are negotiating with Venezuela for a prisoner exchange, which I thought was hilarious because they're going to swap the people that are in El Salvador to Venezuela, right?
Mm-hmm.
To get Americans out, and I get that. But El Salvador could have had these people back. They refused them the first time, and that's why they went to El Salvador.
Yeah.
Okay, then I guess, right? Oh, tell me about these agricultural raids that have been going on when agriculture is being attacked by ICE.
Yeah, they are raiding pot growing facilities in California, and they are finding illegal immigrants working in them, and they're finding unaccompanied minors also working in the pot fields.
So they have children with no adult attached to them. Children working in a pot farm.
Yeah, highly
I
illegal.
wonder.
And I want to know why none of the owners of the pot farms are being locked up for this.
That's an excellent question, and that was something Obama brought up, was how we need to start cracking down on the employers that are hiring these people. And you know what? That's one thing that I totally agree with Obama on. I've actually brought that point up recently when people were talking about immigration now. So yeah, we let these people just hire them and pay them nothing. Like these children, what, as young as 14, right?
Yeah,
Do you think they want to be working there, or are they probably paying off what it costs to transport them to the United States?
I think they're probably paying off what it costs them to go there.
Which would be like an indentured servitude, which under United States law is the same thing as slavery.
Yeah,
Because that's how the first slave came about was it turned out that man could never pay off his debt, so he was enslaved for life. That's what set the precedent in the United States. Yeah, so they have child slave labor
and that's
working
not,
in a
and
pot
nobody,
farm.
everybody's freaking out about ice, ice, ice.
Well, good, because not only were there child slave laborers in the pot farm, but there were also kidnappers. I wonder where the child slave labor came from, and rapists. So, yay! And this is what everyone was screaming, like yelling about
Mhm.
ICE. And like, oh, they're attacking agriculture. No, they the federal government could even bring this guy up on federal marijuana charges.
Yeah,
Well, I haven't. It's probably been a long time since that's happened, but still, they could. Even if it is legal in California, the federal government still says you can't grow pot. All
yeah.
right. Yeah, Karen Bass. She's trying to make it sound like, yeah, people being kidnapped off the street. Those are actually the words they're using. I don't know. These guys with guns just show up and they kidnap people. They take away from their kids. I'm like, you
Look,
mean they
a
have,
lot of their parents aren't nowhere to be found anyway. So
well, you mean you arrested someone? And I mean, like, you get busted for driving while drunk. Are they gonna go get your kids and bring your kids to the jail with you?
yeah,
You get convicted, you're gonna bring your kids to prison with you? No, you're getting your
no,
kids separated from your family.
yeah,
But yeah, ICE, one of these sergeants or whatever, said something about the way Karen Bass is fear mongering and how it's bringing more and more people to attack them, which is only escalating the violence, and this is not helping anything. uh, but I mean, that's what we're gonna see in California, you know? Uh, yeah, I don't know, man. You know what? Separate note, but it made me think of it. Uh, the UK just passed a law to start the process to make voting age 16. So yeah, you don't trust a kid to buy cigarettes, buy beer.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure you have to be at least 18 for beer over there. You don't trust them to drive alone at night at 16, but you let them vote to go to send people to war. Oh, I just think it's crazy, dude. And I think that's a lot of what we're seeing here is these nut jobs on the left here are just they're trying to start a fight, and then people keep voting for it anyway. And it's like nobody seems to know what this fight is. They just know that they hate whatever the other guy's doing. Uh, the Justice Department has asked for names of non-citizens and the offense they're being held for in the prison system of California. I think this is good, a good tactic, right? Oh, and they want their release dates too, so it sounds like they may even let them serve their sentence, which I suppose you have to before deporting them as they get out of prison. Uh, and Karen Bass, obviously, like, oh, you're not supposed to be cooperating and all that stuff. The jail systems in certain counties are already cooperating. So looks like the law enforcement at least cares about the rules, or at least some of them. You there?
Yeah,
All right. But yeah, the jails in Los Angeles, like I mentioned, they're already turning over inmates to ICE directly, even though the mayor said don't cooperate at all. Then Rhode Island, dude, they right now they're doing an investigation into their own police over there because this cop local cop was on one side of a man who caused a car crash, while ICE was on the other side of this guy. Is saying he must be cooperating with ICE, and it's like, well, it could have been the cop watched the car accident happen where this guy was trying to get away from ICE and wrecked his car into the ICE vehicle they were in, and just happened to be there, and helped make the arrest because he's a police officer, like not because he's here illegally, but because he was driving like a maniac and caused a wreck.
Mhm.
But there's a picture; it looks like they're working together. So, phew, this guy. Not only is he going to get scolded, but he could actually like, from the way they're making it sound, from all the stuff they're investigating and accusing him of, he might actually like have to go to trial. That just seems crazy.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I don't care. Medicaid, everyone's all worried about. Washington State is apparently putting aside $150 million for a Medicaid-like system for illegal migrants in Washington State. This is what they were complaining about when Trump. They're like, "Oh, he's cutting Medicaid. All these people are going to lose coverage."
Yeah.
Yeah, the illegal migrants in your state. So now Washington, if you want to pay them, pay for their health care,
Yeah.
you can.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm just curious how pissed off the guy who has health insurance is that his taxes are going to pay for illegal immigrants instead of helping him. And that's the fun part is most of these guys don't actually ever look at their itemized taxes.
No.
They have no idea what they paid to who for what. But they all know that they should get taxed less and someone else should get taxed more.
Right.
Oh yeah. The border advisor for Biden. He's coming out like, oh, maybe we should do something about the border. And it's like those numbers you're looking at were when Trump took over. They're not current numbers. Okay, dude. Like this is what you should have done when you were at work. Yeah, now he has thoughts about how they need to fix immigration and all maybe even build a wall. Motherfucker. Joe.
Good old Joe.
I just can't believe that happened, dude.
Yeah, and everybody's making out a big deal about how President Trump revoked Biden's security briefings, just like he did to him.
Yeah, I know exactly. It's like, well, your guy did it, so we thought it was normal. And they're also freaking about how Trump had a bruise or something on his hand,
Yeah,
and they put bad foundation on it, and apparently he's got some like venous condition from being 79.
yeah,
And it's like, yeah, see how this stuff's getting released to the public and not being scurried away for no one to see.
right.
I didn't buy the handshake injury for the bruise on his hand. I get what you're saying, aspirin, old man, he might getting bruises. It would have been easy for Trump to just say, "Oh yeah, I whacked my hand off a knob on a cabinet when I was walking
Yeah.
by," and you'd be like, "Oh, I've done that one before." But whatever. If we want to go shaking hands, he shakes so many hands.
Right.
Yeah, now I keep hearing how Trump's approval rating is surging with Hispanics. And it's just hilarious because how long can it surge before it actually gets above 50%?
Uh
Because I keep hearing, oh, he's up with this, legal Hispanics.
huh.
It's like, oh, how much more up can he get before he gets to like an actual majority? Like, it can't be too long unless it's only going up because it uses terms like surge, I don't even know what his approval is up to with Hispanic communities right now.
I don't either.
And I don't know how they figured this out either. They just call up anyone with Hispanics on a name like Sanchez or Gonzalez. Whatever. Oh, geez. It's a Pew thing. It's a whole lot of reading. I don't want to do that right now. Anyway. Where am I? Oh, Mexico's president. Oh, yeah. What was her name? Steinbaum? The Mexican president?
I'm not sure.
I think it is. Yeah, it sounds like it's really like it sounds more Israeli than does Mexican because
Oh
she's
yeah, yeah,
not.
yeah. Uh-huh.
Uh, she's calling her own people xenophobic about all the white people moving into Mexico. All these wealthy white people driving up prices for rent and goods. And I thought it was hilarious because that's the same crap we heard here. Uh, anyway, Mexico City is putting a plan together to do something about this this gentrification issue they're having. As their president says, you guys are xenophobes. It'll be fun to watch the same exact thing play out in Mexico that has begun and has been ongoing in the United States. I think it'll be hilarious, actually. You all right over there?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm just distracted. I was trying to figure out how to do the stupid live stream again, so sorry.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was nice. It was fun to get feedback as we went. Did you see okay, Anna Navarro from The View? Did you see her on CNN? When she started a whole big fight, when she said, well, you don't get basically said you don't get a say because you're white.
No, no, I missed it.
Oh my God. There might be a video in here. Of course, it's a picture. No, no, I thought there was a video of it of her saying it. Assault on ICE agents is a video for that. I can watch the commercial for fun.
There you
Oh,
go.
wait a minute, here.
Commercials are always fun.
Hold on. Yeah, I'm probably gonna get a commercial anyway, but now it's taking there we go. Yeah. Yeah. Kid's gonna eat Jack Link Doritos for a minute. Oh yeah. Obviously, I mean, that's what I get for not subscribing to this stuff, right?
Yeah.
Which I would still like the idea of us getting together and buying a couple subscriptions with 2 or 3 major news outlets,
Yeah.
under our show name. But hold on a second. Here we go.
Also, I want to respond to you saying that I was hyperbolic when I talked about a reign of terror.
Because that is hyperbolic.
No, it might be hyperbolic for you as a white man.
Oh, okay.
It's certainly not hyperbolic for me
being
as a
racist
Latino.
now.
No, I'm not being racist.
To dismiss my opinion for being a white
No,
man
I'm not
is
dismissing
racist.
your opinion. I am
Yes,
telling
you
you
are.
that what the Latino community, the
A
brown
lot of them
community
disagree with you.
in
You do not
America.
speak in one voice
Okay,
for
well,
them.
let me speak with my voice. I mean, you said I was being hyperbolic. Let me
insulted me
respond.
racially, sure.
I'm not. You being a white man as an insult.
When you
All right. Well, that goes on. And the host actually took Navarro's side. He's like, no, you just saying that you are a white man. He's like, yeah, but what does it have to do with the conversation?
Mm-hmm.
What's up, repeat offender?
G'day, lads. How are we?
Breathing still, getting way too much rain over here.
Mate, we've got a nice little winter's day here in Oz. It's a great day for rugby league today, footy.
How much snow you got?
Down in Tasmania, it snowed. Up here, I'm wearing footy shorts. Yeah, no, it's good, boys. Hey, big week in news, isn't it?
They were been talking about it. It's all the same shit, though. There's not a lot of different topics.
Well, I got one.
All right.
I was following the story of this crazy broad in Australia who killed her in-laws with poisonous mushrooms when she baked.
Yeah. How good was
Apparently
that,
made
eh?
like national news down there.
It made international news, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, they're like, oh, everyone, this is like the big buzz in Australia. I was like, really?
Yeah, she couldn't find no golden tops.
I just thought
So
it was
she went
crazy
out.
that she used toxic mushrooms to kill her in-laws. I was like, what a strange way to do it,
Well, she had a dehydrator and everything because she was trying to make a beef Wellington, a poisonous beef Wellington.
Okay, it was a dinner, not pastries. I'm sorry. Okay.
No. What happened was one out of the 4 survived, so 3 of them passed away, and that's how they got onto it. Apparently, she, the evidence went way against her. She was all over the shop. They had her like with a phone where she was, pinged her everywhere.
I thought that was a wild story.
Yeah, if it just shows, mate, if you're going to do a crime, leave your phone at home.
Yeah, yeah, every single time. Are you kidding me? Especially don't be sending messages or answering phone calls when you're out committing crimes. That's just giving them a here I was at this exact time. You know what I mean?
Come and get me.
But that's why these idiots commit crimes, because if they weren't this stupid, they would have figured out another way to solve their problems.
Oh well, she'll be eating bloody cuisine from the courtesy of the big house today. Yeah, no, that made big news. She because it went for 9 weeks. It was a 9-week trial.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah.
And
The murder was what a year ago or 2 years ago.
yeah, about a year and a half.
Murders. Okay.
So the guy survived. He gave evidence against her because apparently she'd been plotting for a while. The police found all this evidence, and yeah, she got rid of a dehydrator where she tried to dry out the mushrooms and all that sort of stuff. And
Sheesh. Yeah, you need a stronger detergent when you're intentionally poisoning people to clean up any residues, right?
especially when you cut up the beef Wellington, mate, and you throw away the bit that you're supposed to eat.
Yeah. Sheesh. All right. All right. Oh hey. Right into the news of the week as you get here. Let's talk about Epstein.
Yeah.
I guess Bongino was unhappy with the way things went down. Heard all sorts of rumors that he was going to quit.
He's not going to quit.
No.
Nah,
Well,
no way.
no, he's doing this job because he wants to. Because let's be real, he was making money hand over fist running Rumble. And what the biggest podcast besides Joe Rogan, because Rogan's live. The guy was making millions a year, and he took a giant pay cut to do this job. He actually wants to do something. But I don't know, man. Like, it felt like a clown show when all that crap went down.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there is nothing to release. Like, what do you mean? There's nothing. There goes no physical list. Well, so fucking what? Like, let's find out who's paying who. It's not like they were just wandering, they were just smuggling these kids back and forth between just Maxwell and Epstein,
That's right. You can't have Ghislaine bloody Maxwell in jail for like transporting nobody to nobody.
Yeah.
Something's gone down. But I think Prince Andrew paid $11 million to that Aussie chick. Then all of a sudden the Aussie chick kills herself. What do you do if you got $11 million?
Well, that was what's crazier too, is that not just but she was the one who got hit by a bus. It was like, they're trying to kill me. I swear I'm not killing myself. Like, this all went out like what, 6 months ago, maybe not even.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then she goes and kills herself. Or it's like, what the fuck?
Well, I think there's a bigger picture to it, mate. I think I could be wrong. I think what they're doing is setting Democrats up not to have any bloody negative reaction to it. So it looks like they want it released. They're going to go, right, here's the transcripts. Here's what Epstein actually said. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe.
I think there's a bigger picture to this. There's a bigger picture.
Well, especially when Trump was like, if you're still up on this and whatever, you still care, then I don't want your support. And I'm like, I could actually hurt him. Not just Trump, but like the Republican Party in midterms. But polls don't show that.
No.
I mean, I want to know what's going on, but they're gonna release like the hearing transcript. Ooh.
Well, he did come out and say that if it's relevant, release it.
Yeah,
go
from
ahead.
the hearing. As they just went to actually just tonight, they filed the paperwork to ask a judge to unseal the stuff from the hearing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Then the thing about it is too, like the White House have done polls on what people like, how it affects people, and it's not as big as what it is. It's only a minority. A lot of people are talking about it.
Well, this is from 6 years ago. I mean,
yeah, that's right. That's exactly right.
Well, that's the thing is, us, we spend a lot of time in the virtual space keeping up on this and that. This has been a story that just hasn't gone away. But if you're a normie who's not plugged in, be like, why the hell are you talking about that case?
100%.
Like, that was it was 6 years ago. The guy killed himself.
Obama's DOJ, they had evidence on this stuff as well too. They knew what was going on.
this. If Trump was a better liar, he could be like, "Oh yeah, you want a list? Sure, here's a list," and just release like all of it, put all of his political enemies on that list. And it would have been hilarious. But yeah, we all know that if Trump was indicted in any of that stuff, like indicated, the Dems would have released that when they were in power with the House, the Senate, and the presidency.
Well, it looks like he's taken Rupert Murdoch to court now. He's already filed papers.
Yeah, Washington WAPO, right?
Yep. And 2 journalists as well. Like if you've got something to hide, you wouldn't take it to court, would you?
Yeah, that's a good point. But this was about a card that they say Trump signed and like a picture he drew for Epstein's birthday. And I was like, who cares? Anyway, first.
Right.
But even Elon Musk came out and was like, yeah, that doesn't even sound like something that Trump would say, And Musk has not been very nice to Trump lately. All right. But yeah, after he says that I don't need your support if you're still following this crap. He went and said, no, there's not going to be a special prosecutor who's going to come in, a third party to investigate this, a special investigator. And then Bondi fires the judge who oversaw the case with was it Maxwell or Epstein?
Maxwell, I think it was, wasn't it?
Epstein.
Epstein?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was one or the other. And this
well,
also,
it was Comey's daughter went
Yes.
5x2.
Yeah.
It's Comey's daughter, and she also oversaw a major case too. I can't remember which one it was.
P. Diddy.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Yeah, she just got fired, and it's Comey's kid. So like, maybe she got fired for blowing the Diddy thing. I don't know. I don't know what really happened there because I did not follow that case. I saw a lot of people said that they were doing stuff that they didn't really want to do. All right. Yeah, there you go. Federal prosecutor the Diddy, Combs, and there you go, Maxwell cases. I just read the headline of the article, let alone even opened it, I would have seen that. But yeah, he told her to release the grand jury transactions. Okay, yeah, grand jury transactions. But okay, Scarborough and Brzezinski, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, Scarborough asks Jimmy Raskin, I believe he's a congressman, why the Democrats had their thumbs up their asses for 4 years when Biden was in office about all this Epstein stuff, and now they're demanding it be released immediately. And the dude that really had nothing to defend his argument with besides Orange Man bad, That's the issue I'm having with the left, man. It's that they've got so crazy that they won't even tell you what they want to do. They just know that whatever anyone else wants to do is wrong.
Well, they walked out in the Senate. Did you see that?
Yeah, and a judge, I guess, didn't get confirmed or something.
Well, the guy who was leading the chairperson was leading it for the Republicans, turned around and said, you got to remember, last time they were in power 4 years ago, the Democrats did the same thing to the Republicans, and it's going to get nowhere, mate. It's a bit of tit for tat.
Yeah, but walk it out. That was like when they all sang so that Al Green wouldn't get censured. It's like, are you kidding me?
When you walk out, it shows you got nothing, doesn't it? It shows you got no argument. It's like when you're yelling and arguing.
Yeah, well, you'll call someone a name as you walk past them, some ad hominem attack, as if that makes their argument any less valid. Well, Biden tried to get ahead of this auto pen thing. He was a couple months too late to try to get ahead of it. But called up the New York Times. Yeah. And he basically, not even basically, he admitted to like not individually approving everyone who got pardoned. He's like, oh, yeah, it was an auto pen. Yeah, but I gave approval. So yeah, it was a blanket approval. It's like, oh, okay, what? So I don't mean the president has near godlike authority with his pardon ability. But
But
the
it's got to
president,
be actual him doing it, not an auto pen.
Yeah, that's what
not
I thought.
even
I
that,
thought. I thought it
not
had to be
just the
witnessed to
auto
the
pen.
president.
Yeah. No, he just got like a stack and he just signed the bottom line. You get all these people were convicted of and serving time for something that he thinks people shouldn't be serving time for. But he didn't go through and look at every name and what their record was. Like one double murderer got released through this
Yeah.
process. And it's like, oh, okay. And it wasn't even just the fact that it was just an auto pen. He gave someone else permission who then had people who worked for him go do it. So, like, how many lines of separation, points of separation do we need before it's not the president doing it, you know?
Exactly.
Oh, all right. Well, here we go, Brian. Slide us into this next one. Apparently, this is going to be the new thing. I would just like to point out before you get started, though, the Fifth Amendment is your is your right to not incriminate yourself.
Yourself, not anybody else. Yourself.
Correct. That's why when people get, sometimes they will drop charges or give people immunity so they can get their testimony without incriminating themselves.
And this is coming from President Biden's official physician when he was in the White House. He pled the fifth. So if there's nothing to hide, why are you pleading the fifth?
Mm.
And he's not, there's been another Biden official that's done the same thing. So apparently this is a, Joe Biden's aide also pleaded the fifth to get rid of, to decline testimony in a Republican investigation.
But what does it tell you when you got mass pardons? You got all this. I knew something like this was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I knew there was going to be repercussions for the last 4 years for you guys and that. So the Republicans, mate, they've got this 2 years or a year now left to do it before the midterms. They really need to start cracking on the whip if they're going to start coming through with the goods.
Yeah.
What the hell did I just walk into?
The mass pardons and two Biden officials pleading the fifth.
Well, what gets me is the fifth. It has come to mean right to remain silent, but it's actually against self incrimination. No, you're not allowed to assume someone has committed a crime because they're pleading the fifth. You might not want to release something else that you're doing that could be against the law that you didn't even realize, possibly. But to say I'm pleading the fifth definitely makes it look like you have something that you don't want to talk about because you might go to jail for it. Doesn't mean anything is necessarily wrong, and I understand that. But two people attached to this are like, I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut.
Yeah. That's why I thought the mass bloody pardons went out. Preemptive pardons before someone even got arrested or bloody charged with something.
Yeah, like
I knew there was going to be massive investigations.
Well, that was another question too. Yeah, can you pardon someone of a crime they haven't been accused of?
I don't think you can.
No,
I don't.
There's no such thing as a preemptive pardon. Biden made it up.
That's what's up to the Supreme Court to decide at this point, honestly, because that's where it's going to end up going. And you know that the Supreme Court's going to have to sit down and be like, can the president pardon someone for something they've never been accused of? Maybe, I don't know. I think no, and shouldn't be able to at least, but like I said, he does have almost godlike powers with his pardon ability. Like nobody can overturn it. no amount of people, if literally every person in the country and the entire government wanted to overturn this, nothing anyone can do about it. And that's why I'm thinking they might just say, let it roll. And that's a little terrifying.
It's like somebody about to pull off an armed robbery, isn't it? Before they walk in the door of a convenience store.
Yeah, you can just
Police
pardon his son
police
before
come
he
down,
does. Yeah. But
Please come down and say you're right to go.
Oh, yeah, pardon your partner in crime before he robs the bank, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, oh no, yeah, well, I mean, that would obviously cause situations, but that's the point is it can get out, it can get crazy. Oh, what Letitia James was the one who's dealing with the mortgage fraud thing at this time, right? The one who prosecuted Trump for basically the same thing in New York.
Yeah.
Now Schiff, it's Adam Schiff, right?
Yep.
Yeah, is dealing with mortgage fraud. And wasn't he like the biggest pusher of this Russia garbage?
Oh yeah. Big time.
100%.
I think it's hilarious. Because the guy claimed his primary home was in like I don't remember where.
Maryland.
Maryland, okay. And he's like, well, yeah, I have proof like my kids live here, my wife lives here, my kids go to school here, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Like, oh, well, then how were you a congressman for California for so long if you didn't live in California, especially in your own district? And that caused a whole big something's not what it says it is. And realistically, the easiest way for him to get out of this is going to be with a mortgage fraud versus an electoral process fraud.
But the thing about him was too, he was the one who went before Congress before he got censured and said he'd seen the proof of Russia gate. He said he actually saw the proof.
And never
presented it in Congress,
it.
He said he saw it in Congress, so he couldn't be bloody prosecuted.
Yeah, he lied his ass off, just like he did to get a lower interest rate on a second home. It's crazy watching these people get accused of basically the same garbage that they accused someone else of and tried to put him in prison for shit. They fined Trump billions, didn't they? Or is it just millions?
Yeah.
Millions.
Hundreds of millions.
Hundreds of millions. 500 almost 500 billion.
Would have been billions Australian dollars, but yeah.
And the lending company was like, no, we agreed with his appraisal of the property. Like, we have our own due diligence. We're not just going to loan money out to someone because they said they have a freaking $2 billion worth of buildings. You know what I mean?
It was the Deutsche Bank. They actually turned around and said that they're going to do business with him again.
Yeah, it's like it was great. We made money. He was happy. We were happy. We would love to do business with him again. We make more money. And they're like, no, that's illegal. And they're like, what? This is literally how the business is supposed to work in this country. It was crazy because Letitia James said, hey, that building's not worth that much money. And it's like, who the fuck are you? Like, you know what I mean? Jeez. We have a Supreme Court justice who can't tell us what a woman is because she's not a biologist. But this woman is a real estate attorney too. You know what I mean? A building appraiser. Criminy. All right. Where the fuck was it? Oh, the hook. Oh. Not the domestic terrorists. Well, maybe I did have it up higher. That was a mistake. Yeah, the fraud. Oh, there you go. The fraud we were just talking about. Apparently under Obama, they had proof that this Russia thing was completely fake. And they just like basically threw it in the trash and said, let's run with it anyway. This has come out under new intel, digging through files and such. I'm surprised these guys keep this stuff. Like, you would think if you say, let's just drop the case and do the exact opposite of what the evidence says, you think they would like destroy the evidence that pointed the other way, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, instead of filing it away for someone else to find later.
Especially when Obama spied on bloody President Trump's campaign. They knew it. I think this is the thing that pisses people off the most is you see all these politicians think they're holier than thou. do what I say, don't do as I do. And yet we get lumbered, Australia, America, England, wherever in the world, mate. We get hammered by the courts for doing something wrong, and these pricks are getting away with it.
Yes.
That's what I think
Yes.
people get really frustrated with.
Especially when they made such a big deal going up to Trump and his advisors and his lawyers saying no one is above the law. And now finally we're seeing, I mean, these people are actually like attacking federal agents, you know,
Yeah.
doing all sorts of crazy shit. Finally, they're like, how dare you arrest me? This is my right. No, it's not your right to hit a cop, you know?
But what about that guy who slashed the ISIS ties the other day? They took him down. His wife's there saying that he was being abused and beaten.
Well, what'd you slash the tires with? They had to disarm your ass. You're lucky you didn't get tased too, right?
Lucky to get shot. You're running at an armed vehicle.
Yeah. And that's the
With a
thing is
weapon.
these folks have had so long of no consequences, they just get released back out. That is like no matter what I do, I won't get in trouble. So like I must be right. And then eventually they're gonna get shot in the face. Uh let's be real, like some of these officers are really keeping their cool when these nut I mean, they got dudes shooting people in ambushes from the woods.
Yeah.
What the hell?
What about those fireys who got shot, the firemen? They lit the fire and bloody shot them as they were going there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That should be death penalty straight away.
I'm not sure what I think of the death penalty still, but I do believe that some people just deserve to die because they're just pieces of shit. But I don't trust the government to make that choice.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh yeah. So yeah, stocks are up, eggs are down. Saw my family. Saw my family when that week we didn't do a show. My sister was like, eggs are way up. And I was like, no, you live in Massachusetts. Massachusetts taking the crap out of you. I was like, first and second, don't you have chickens that lay eggs? So why don't you know what a dozen eggs cost? But it's just like everything is doing better right now, and people are still flipping out that the end is coming. So like people are upset that people are successful. And Tim Walz has recently come on asking why do Democrats hate when people do well? Like why do they want poverty? You know?
Mm-hmm.
The best I can think is your average person doesn't have any kind of retirement plan or any kind of savings or any kind of safety cushion. I got a feeling your average American blows their money in general. And then out of all of them, I bet more than half of them are Democrat.
Yeah.
We're not quote wealthy here, but I have at least a year and a half worth of food stored up in case shit hits the fan. And that's not even like I expect the world to end. But like I live on a mountaintop, it snows. Sometimes you can't get into town. And, I can't just go grocery shopping. It's nice to have a deep freezer with 200 pounds of meat in it and vegetables, and then a dry pantry. A lot of people don't have any kind of, I can't get out of the house today. What am I going to eat? Because they don't think an hour in advance.
I can see where Trump's getting frustrated, but like he's had a lot of big wins for America. You look at some of the stuff he's done, and they're talking about Epstein and that, like getting back to it a bit, but like I can understand his frustration. It's only the minority.
I hear what you mean by that. Like, look at all I've done so far, and you're hung up on this. At the same time, he might just be doing this on purpose to keep people talking about Epstein instead of the raids on illegal migrants, like was all we saw in the news for the longest time.
Yeah.
I don't know. He might just be trying to spin the news. They've accused him of it before, even in his first term. Get you talking about what he wants you to talk about instead of what he doesn't want you to notice.
Like mosquitoes and worms in their food in the bloody alligator Alcatraz. At least they're getting protein.
Yeah, Louisiana's talking about building their own. Now that was pretty cool. And then once the migrants are taken care of, the illegal migrants, that is, are taken care of, then it can just be a prison for your most dangerous offenders. You know, your serial rapists, your serial killers, your mass killers. Like, yeah, you want to run away? Go ahead. There's nothing but 200 miles of mob. It's marsh, right? Everglades, saltwater marsh. Yeah, it's 200 miles of marsh in any direction, and it's full of hungry alligators. It's like, that sounds like a bad idea. That sounds more effective than the actual original Alcatraz, The Rock. By the way, I like the nickname Alligator Alcatraz, but how come I haven't seen the nickname The Croc Rock yet? The Rock, Alcatraz is known as The Rock, but you have crocodiles and all right. All right. I thought I would have seen it by now, but I haven't. Oh. Meanwhile, as Tim Walz is wondering why the Democrats hate success and winning and like making more money and paying less, we got this guy, some strategist for the Democrat Party. There's someone else in this article that's named. This person was anonymous, but said that we better pray for a fucking depression to get Trump to get this Trump thing to stop. It's like, why would you wish ill will on your entire fucking country to get someone out of office? Obviously, it's their policies making everyone succeed and do well. But what is we have to have illegal migrants here so much that I'm willing to just ruin every American's life. Isn't this the exact argument that they were making before, as you letting all these people in the country? It's a circular. Oh, God.
But the candidate, like they're going about these illegal aliens, and that's what they said. People want to get Medicaid and all that. They're snapping that. They've got to get up and at least try and look for work or do 70 hours volunteer work. You're going to get people back in the workforce. What's the best way to get somebody up off the ground? You give them a job.
Wow. And you know what the best way to get them to get a job is? Because a lot of them will say no. Stop feeding and housing them for free.
Yep. 100%.
I understand why we have some programs, but like it's definitely being abused.
The everything's being abused. Yep. Totally agree.
It's supposed to be a handout. It's not supposed to be a lifetime job on the benefits, isn't it?
No.
Yeah, it's a hand up. I'm gonna grab your wrist or grab your hand, pull you up, and then boom, you can handle yourself versus I'm gonna pull you up and carry you. Late Show got canceled.
Yeah, CBS is saying it's because there's no money in that show anymore. Probably Stephen Colbert wanted more money and they said no. Who knows? Or they could be that because they're trying to sell off the company right now and it's gotten too far left for most people. And it's so anti-Trump that they're trying to like get rid of shit that's not as anti-Trump. And they're about to pay out millions of dollars to Trump for his presidential library in a lawsuit.
Yes. Well, from what I read, this is at least CBS said this was a financial decision.
That's what they're publicly. That's what they're saying.
Yeah, it's just not equitable. But I mean, they picked half the population and chastised the other half. So right there goes half your viewer base, right? Yeah. Now, how many eyeballs do you need to get a night for the advertisers to think it's worth advertising on your show?
Well, that's why they're advertising Viagra and all the weird prescription medications for people. I don't even know what they advertise on the show because I haven't watched The Late Show, I don't think ever. I've never been a big fan of Stephen Colbert's comedy. He's not a good comedian. Everything's written for him in advance, and he went off the deep end when Trump became president the first time around. So
yeah, just lost his shit. British, right? Is he a Brit?
Stephen Colbert.
Yeah.
No, you're thinking of James. What's his name?
You're thinking about Noah from the Daily Show.
James. Oh, what's his name? James Corden as well. James Corden is Pom. They got rid of him.
What do you
But the
think of
thing is,
what do you think of the UK trying to lower the voting age to 16?
I think it's disgraceful and a joke. 16 years of age, I was trying to bloody kiss a chick.
You're
I
still
wasn't worried
trying to
about-
do that.
I'm still trying to do that too, fellas. I'm 56. But but no, look, I think it's a disgrace because look, you look at it. If you want to lower their age, right? They don't even know what they're going to do today. Their mothers don't make their lunches for them.
Yeah,
You know?
can't
How they don't know
possibly
about
foresee the consequences of a vote. You know, you don't trust like I said earlier, you don't trust these kids to buy cigarettes or drink or buy beer or even drive
Right.
alone at night.
Yeah.
Well, in England, they can drink a pint of beer in a pub as long as it's with a meal at 16, and someone
Oh, it
over
was
the
18,
age of
my
18
mistake.
buys it for 'em.
My mistake, I thought it was 18.
No, that's 16. They can drink in the pub, but they can't buy it themselves. They can't buy cigarettes. They can't get tattoos, but they can vote on the nation's policies, which is
Yes,
absolute ridiculous.
that's England and Wales, right? They can vote on
And
parliamentary issues.
Scotland and Ireland.
Scotland. Oh, that's right. Northern Ireland. I keep forgetting about Northern Ireland.
Oh yeah, Northern Ireland. Ireland's separate. Ireland, like the rest of Ireland, separate. It's Northern Ireland. It's part of the British.
Yeah, that was the cause of a many years of war.
Yeah, but look, I think it's a joke because you look at it. At the end of the day, Keir Starmer's the Prime Minister in England at the moment.
He's been a mess.
He's lagging. He's lagging. He's let immigration in. He's done the Biden policies there. Let them all in. Yeah, you got a Reform Party coming through, and they're picking up big. They've just wiped them out in all these pre-selections.
And now that's exactly why they're letting 16-year-olds vote, is to now get people that don't have any world experience at all to say, let's just love everybody.
What's the old saying? Everyone's born a lefty, then they grow up and wake up, become a right winger.
Yeah, Churchill said, if you're not a Democrat when you're young, or whatever party he said, when you're young, you have no heart. And if you're not conservative when you're old, you have no brain.
Yeah, exactly, 100%.
Yeah, liberal and conservative, I think, is the terms he used. Because yeah, man, like it sounds great. Let everyone do what they want to do until you see what they want to do. And like, I don't want that anywhere near my family. And most people don't either. You know.
They're all indoctrinating skills these days, but everywhere around the world.
A great example is like if you want to be a gay man and do gay man things and make it clear to everyone that you're a gay man, that doesn't bother me. What bothers me is when you march through the street naked, expecting people to cheer for you. You know, like just don't do that, and we'll be cool. And I think that's I think we're seeing with a lot of the reformation that's happening here with Trump. People like, I don't care what you do most of the time, but like, just you guys have gone too fucking far on all this shit. So fuck it all, we're clamping down. You know.
Did you say a Joy Reid interview with Piers Morgan?
Yeah,
we talked about it right before you got on, didn't we? Was that the one we talked about?
Maybe I don't care enough. It was the same fucking conversation from years ago with her racist tweets that she still swears someone hacked her account and put up.
You know, another topic that we're not talking about on our podcast that is everybody's the rage of all the political podcasts and everything going on is the stupid astronomer CEO in Coldplay. Notice that's not a topic on our show. We don't care. If you're a CEO and want to have an affair, go for it.
I don't
not
know
our
how
problem.
Yeah, I still don't know how that caught major news coverage everywhere.
I don't
everywhere.
It's stupid.
Well, no one cares about Epstein anymore because they just look for anything to. It's like, oh, Coldplay hasn't released a single in 10 years. Now they made two.
Oh.
I thought they stopped doing that kiss cam stuff because of shit like this, or like because, they might be cousins or brother and sister or something, you know.
Kissing cousins.
Yeah. Ew.
Oh, I'm feeling miserable here.
What? A failing on what?
Putting in possible titles. I've been distracted. I'm going to make an announcement now. Breaking news. We will be live streaming next week. Or not. and it will not be on Facebook because I've given up on that shit.
Yeah, I noticed it came up live stream, and I was like, I almost said something.
I have enabled our YouTube account, the Jeffrey and Brian Show YouTube account
Oh, that's
for
easy.
for for live stream week. The show will be live streaming on our Facebook account, or not our Facebook account, but our YouTube account, because I got to wait 24 hours after I request it.
Yes,
So
yes.
it will be here next week, and we will be live on YouTube. And I'll post that in Facebook for the link, and people can find it.
Nice
There you
stuff,
go.
mate.
That
Because
is cool.
people have, I mean,
Stop
Facebook-
listening to the show because of it.
yeah, the API got changed by Facebook. You got to have 100 people on your page or in your group in order to be able to like click one button to, and we got to have a Facebook page over a year. We got that. We only got like 30 listeners on our Facebook page. So
And heads up, that is not the original one that we were live streaming on YouTube. That
no,
was,
it's a new one I
yeah.
created. The podcast goes there automatically. So I will I'll start sharing out that link more for YouTube. So because I know a lot of the younger people that are in the YouTube, I'm not a big YouTube person, so I'm a podcast person.
That means I need to
And if
start
you're
like
going
opening.
to YouTube to watch the video of our podcast, well, you're gonna have to find the live stream because right now all you get is the audio version on YouTube. So
So I mean, I decide like bringing up the actual articles and like sharing them so we can all see it
fuck
for
that.
our live viewer audience.
Nah, if it's audio, we'll do it. If it's not, who cares?
Yeah, that's easy enough.
Well, and in other exciting news, the Writers Guild has called on the New York Attorney General, that must be Letitia James, to investigate the Coburn cancellation because they're saying that Trump bribed the cancellation of the show.
No, they're saying that this was some kind of bribe for Trump to about concerning this lawsuit that just happened. No, this is ridiculous. And if New York wants to waste their money, finding out why a show where none of the key demographic watch it. By that I mean males 18 to 45 or something like that, the people with disposable income. Excuse me. No one who's spending money is watching it, so the people aren't advertising, and the show's not making money.
There's no quid pro quo here.
Well, I mean, you call your own viewer base a bunch of morons and Nazis long enough, they stop watching it, you know?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, too, you got to look at it like Paramount are trying to sell it off to Skydance. Skydance aren't going to do it. They're not going to buy things at a loss. Programs got to be making money, but you're not going to buy them all out if they're not making money for you.
Yeah. Well, speaking of study just came out, and I think it was from like a cabinet company, which I found very interesting. Highland Cabinetry, right? Did a study about most overpriced cities, and they found that these Democrat-run cities are like almost all the top. San Francisco making number one, but not even San Francisco. Think of like a Hollywood area, right? As Hollywood is getting a super woke and people aren't watching the movies anymore. You're not just screwing up Scarlett Johansson's paycheck of $200 million. We're
There's
talking
a
about
lot of other people that are involved too.
Yeah, 100 or other people are involved in making that movie that have jobs, doing makeup, doing hair, holding the camera, holding a microphone boom, and you're driving these jobs out. But San Francisco is number one. New York City's next. San Francisco, it's just like it costs too much to live in these cities because you keep regulating the crap out of everything. So it makes the price of shit go up. Like, for example, gasoline. I mean, what does gasoline cost in California? To the point where 2 refineries packed up and left. Jeez. Ryan, you do not have nearly as great sound quality as you did with your headset
Well,
microphone
I've been
thing.
informed that there's a thunderstorm right over our head right now, and my wife is worried that I'm going to be struck by lightning through the headphones. So
That's not how that works. You know that, right?
I'm just playing the game.
Okay, I'm just saying your house has a giant copper rod driven into the ground. Actually, you live in an urban area. Your house has its wires wrapped around a pipe under the house that goes to the city
Right?
as a giant ground. Yeah, you got sewage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's convenient, huh? What
Yeah,
you
very convenient. I don't have to pay for somebody to come out and
pump
empty
your
out
shit?
the yeah.
When you were in Michigan, when you were on septic,
Yeah.
I've been on septic most of my life. It's I've opened the tank. I'm 42. I've opened the tank 5 or 6 times in my life. Like it's not never a thing. Uh,
No.
Does not smell pleasant though, does it?
No.
Yeah. That's what I'm concerned about here is the guy claimed a whole bunch of stuff to include him. He said the is empty, like it was just pumped and no one's been here. But he also said it was a brand new hot water heater that I had to replace within a month of moving in. So I just don't want to dig that hole, pay a crew to come out to find out the tank's empty, you know?
Yeah.
But I think I'd rather do that than find out that the tank is not empty.
Then you will be in the shit.
Literally.
Yeah, she's like, oh, that's not going anywhere. Terrific. Oh, it's gonna be a week before you get out here. Even better. My my bathroom's gonna smell amazing in July. All right. Well, mentioned a couple California cities that were blowing the money and taxing people when everything costs so much. Uh, California, obviously. This high-speed rail, Trump finally just cut off the $4
All
billion.
federal funding.
Yeah, but that was only I say only $4 billion. That's not even like the big chunk they're getting for this stupid project.
Oh, it's been going on since I lived in California like 40 years ago.
And they haven't laid a single track yet.
No, there is 0 miles of track left after a decade.
Oh, jeez Louise.
But they're clawing back to the $4 billion that's unspent in federal funding because it ain't going. After 16 years of failure and no completed high-speed rail track, declared the project a train to nowhere and blaming it on California.
Yeah, it sounds like people just stuff it in their pockets.
I mean, this was a great payday for millions of people in California for the last 16 years.
Yeah, and now I guess Newsom saying it's illegal for you to cut this $4 billion off. It's like, why?
Take us to court.
Yeah. I guess you could argue that's Congress's decision, but the president actually has a lot of say over what happens with the money versus how much and where it goes. You know what I mean? Congress can say we're going to put this much money into this program. The president can say, okay, but that program now works under this company. All these people are fired. This program is focused on this, you know?
So, Transportation Secretary Duffy, who Governor Newsom tweeted out saying he won't be taking advice from the guy who can't keep planes in the sky. And basically, the secretary came back and said, Governor Newsom, California's high-speed rail boondoggle are the definition of government incompetence and possible corruption. The price tag has gone from $33 billion to $135 billion with no completion date in sight. We could get every single LA and San Francisco resident almost 200 free flights for that money.
Okay. Yeah.
That's crazy. There's a lot of people who live in San Francisco and Los Angeles.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Oh,
isn't Karen Bass talking about giving cash out to these illegal migrants because they're afraid to go to work?
And they're afraid to go to church, too.
Yeah, the
she'll be
church.
finding herself in a lot of strife. She hands that out.
Oh, you got the Shane Gillis monologue.
Yes, I added it in at the end.
Did you? Okay. So you want to play? It's 10 minutes. You have something you want to play, or just the whole thing?
No, I'm not playing the whole thing. I don't know.
All
I
right, because
just
I
played a
gotta
little bit
laugh
of
at
it.
it. I love this Epstein joke.
Yeah, yeah, that's what's in there.
Yeah. There's a whole bunch of good stuff. That was controversial. I don't know why. I thought it was hilarious.
Because he was pissing off liberals. That's why.
Yeah. So what? Like you said dumb shit, and we're gonna blow you up for it. It's funny. All right. Houthis are out of control again. Don't know what that
Thought they were
means.
gone.
Yeah, well, they disappeared for a while. They started blowing ships up recently, and now they're getting out of control, I guess.
Yeah,
Do we
they
have to
took
go
one down last
blow?
week, didn't
What's that?
they? They just sunk one last week, didn't they? A cargo ship.
Yeah, they sank a ship, and then another ship. They killed like most of the crew. Um, I don't know what's gonna happen. Is it gonna be the United States again, or someone else gonna step the fuck up and do something?
Mate, doesn't all that trade go to Europe? Also from there. It's
Yeah.
about time the EU stepped up and sent in their bloody NATO forces.
Well, you don't want the United States to be the world police. Everyone's so offended by that, right? But then this shit happens, and no one else will do shit about it. And it's like, all right, you don't want the United States to do it because they do it every time. Who should do it then? And then he's like, well, we don't want to be that. We don't want to be the one who does it. It's like, these guys are killing people and sinking fucking ships. Like, they're ending lives and ruining careers of tons more people than you realize. And they're driving up the price of your whatever that you're getting imported, you know?
Yep.
And sure, most of the time they like hold it hostage, but now they're just sinking ships like, no, fuck you, you're not doing this.
Mm. You know, I'm liking at the moment, mate. You're not hearing much about Pete Hegseth or bloody Tulsi Gabbard. That's a good sign.
Everyone's talking about Epstein. I think that's what I said. It was this is a distraction.
Yep, that's a good sign. Things are getting done behind the scenes.
Exactly. Immigration's doing their thing, and everyone's talking about Jeffrey Epstein. Don't get me wrong, I want to know what's going on with all that shit because I want to see everyone involved going to jail. And okay, Trump was involved. I don't give a shit. Go to jail. You know? But what if we find out when it all gets dumped out that it was just that one young lady from Australian girl and was it Prince Eric was one she accused? What if it turns out it was just
Andrew.
that one case? Huh?
Prince Andrew.
Andrew, okay. Sorry. I don't know enough about the fucking British royalty.
Isn't it funny how Colbert was on bloody Epstein Island as well?
Yeah, but that's not being told to anyone.
No.
All right. Looks like the VA is about to be allowed to discuss medical marijuana.
I don't think it's going to be just marijuana. I think it's going to be mushrooms and psychedelics too.
Is that what this says? I only gave this a quick peruse. I didn't read the whole thing. See, low. Every now and then you bring up a marijuana case, and I'm like, all right, all right.
But definitely medical marijuana.
Yeah, that just
And
surprised me
they're
because
gonna be doing it in states where it's legal. So Virginia is a state where it's legal for medical.
just be aware that you are in essence signing away your right to own a weapon if you get a medical marijuana card
From the VA.
from anyone, because that's saying that you would have to do it legally. You would have to quit marijuana altogether, so you didn't have to lie on your federal background check buying a gun.
Okay.
And then start smoking marijuana again after you buy the gun.
Well, that's legal.
Well, you can't be a drug user. And don't get me wrong, people lie.
Unless you're what's his name, Biden.
Well, Hunter, yeah. I mean, where'd this cocaine come from? Still can't believe that was a thing. And I can't believe that was a thing. What?
Come from a pigeonhole.
Yeah, and I can't believe it was a thing that like two senators' aides were caught butt fucking each other like in the Capitol building or something, like on the floor. There's a video of it. I'm like, what is this? Is this what we're doing now?
Yeah.
Well,
Where have I been?
They had a tranny showing his tits on the front lawn, didn't they?
Oh my God. I just sound like an old man when I say it's like, is this what happened? But like, it wasn't a thing when I was a boy for two guys to butt fuck each other on the Senate floor, you know, and record it.
What?
And maybe it was, and if that's the thing, jeez Louise.
Then they had to get all fully cleaned out, all disinfectant.
Man.
Another
Yeah, so
cost to the
serious.
taxpayer.
Yeah, screw iodine. You need betadine. That stuff will kill almost anything. Okay.
There goes another cost to the taxpayer.
Yeah. Well, you get betadine in your skin, and it turns brown for like a month. We used to use it for cleaning up sewage spills on Navy ships. Like one capful, then like a bathtub of water would sterilize the place. Like, I don't care. And I open the bottle and just dump it out. Splash it everywhere. Coming with a literal fire hose. Fire hose it up to froth it up real good, splash it everywhere. And then a brush. Because it's like I had to decontaminate. I was like, I don't care. I was like, I'm making sure all this. No, that's disgusting.
I was still cracking up about the cocaine in the White House, mate. I've just imagined bloody Hunter Biden walking in there, emptying his pockets, putting his keys in there.
Yeah, and then looks down and goes, "Oh shit!"
His laptop, his baggies.
You look down, you see your bag of Coke on the floor, and you go, "Oh shit! I can't bend that down without being picked up." And you like kick it under the table, under the bookshelf.
One of the two aides might walk past.
Oh, yeah, I can't believe that happened. You know, it's like, and I know just because he was a crackhead at the time doesn't mean I blame the crackhead for the cocaine. Well, like, well, you got to make crack from cocaine. So I mean, okay, what's worse? What's worse? Hunter Biden smuggled cocaine into the White House, or there was a crackhead in the White House and someone else smuggling cocaine into the White House.
It's a choice of two evils, isn't it?
Yeah, just like I haven't heard much about Massachusetts recently. I'm not even Massachusetts, that New England region with what people say might be a serial killer. But I was like, what's worse? One guy who's like traveling an area killing people, he killed like 13 people, or 13 different killers on the loose. Sounds kind of when you think of it that way sometimes, you know, as Brian's falling asleep.
I'm not falling asleep.
Okay.
I'm waiting for this. I'm thinking about switching back to the other headphones because the storm's passing. So,
All right. Well, over there in the Virginia area, you guys had a dude like run onto Langley Air Base, I guess.
Yeah, he breached the perimeter at Langley.
Did he run past security or did he get waved in?
He went through a hole in the fence.
Oh no. I can imagine what happened.
Apparently the person was apprehended, but they drove their car through a fence. So he just drove on in.
Just drove through the fence and got okay. Yeah, I'm sure that didn't end well for him because I've mentioned this story before.
He ended up in custody.
Yeah, as I mentioned, I had my father visit me took my father to the air base once, that same air base. And I was like, hey, you want to go see the new top secret fighter jets, the F-22s? And he's like, obviously, you know. I was like, all right. So we walk over to the fence, the closest you're allowed to get as you have access to the base kind of thing.
Yeah.
He takes out his phone, starts taking fucking pictures of the
That's not
F-22.
allowed.
Dude,
Not allowed.
dudes with M16 showed up so fast. And he's like, what's happening? I was like, just give them your phone. If you're lucky, they'll just delete the crap, call you stupid, and give it back to you.
Right. That's
He's
what
like,
they did,
what?
right?
Yeah, that's exactly what they did. I was like, if you're a jerk about this, they're gonna take and destroy your phone and then
Right.
get a warrant or the paperwork they need to go into the cloud to take it out too. And he's like, what's so crazy? I was like, this is the new top secret freaking military jet. I was like,
Yeah.
really? You're not even supposed to be able to look at them like this. Like, but you happen to be on base as they're sitting right there, you know? I just thought it was hilarious. He's like, oh, this is cool. This would be great pictures. Like, oh no.
This
I
screwed
bet
up traffic so bad going into work that morning.
wait,
It was the Armistead Gate, which is where a lot of people come through over by
yeah,
NASA.
yes.
So
Where the racetrack is.
everybody had to like drive around to LaSalle and King Street in order to get on base that day.
Which is the one that was over by the Circle racetrack. You know what I'm talking about?
That would be Armistead. Has to be.
Okay, that was the exit the way in and out I always used. Because yeah,
Okay.
across the street is the big NASCAR circle track they use like once a year, but it's like
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yep. That's
yeah,
the way. Yeah.
yeah.
It gets used more than once a year now.
No, NASCAR uses it once a year, but like it
Yeah,
gets used
but
all the time.
right.
Well, that's how I got in and out. That was because I was close to where Tina worked,
No.
you know, and she was doing crunching the numbers for the new aircraft.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like it wasn't even the official aircraft yet. I'm over here looking at this thing. I'm like, no, that's kind of crazy. Every now and then you're in a situation, you know, it's neat. You give a shit about any of the leftovers?
Um.
Girl in Florida killed her baby and called it Plan C. And
And you
apparently,
got Trump's negotiating with Coca-Cola to get rid of corn syrup.
Yeah, I
yeah, at
think
the
they've
same
already
time,
agreed on that, haven't
nothing official has come out, but it looks like it's agreed upon. But Coca-Cola at the same time is closing like 5 plants in the US and handing it out to other companies to make and bottle their own product. They're not going to do it themselves anymore. And no, they're not going overseas because I was like, that's make it cost more.
Right. So there's tariffs.
Yeah. Now, and you got to pay someone to actually ship it too.
And the other interesting thing is too, it's going to work out good for a lot of countries, especially Australia, because we produce a lot of sugar cane, and America isn't producing enough.
So does Hawaii.
In
Yeah,
Puerto Rico.
and America isn't producing enough sugar cane apparently, so it could end up good for us.
Well, I'll tell you why. The United States federal government does not subsidize sugar like it does corn. That's why everything's corn syrup, a high fructose corn syrup. That's what there's corn everywhere. The United States government pays people to grow corn, even if no one buys it.
Well, nobody can buy corn anymore because it's all being used in ethanol gas.
That's not true at all.
Well, Monsanto's got the rights to it.
Yeah.
Well, Monsanto sold their rights to Bill Gates, so
I drove to Pennsylvania and back recently, and I found out between where I live and Hershey, Pennsylvania, is several hundred miles of cornfields. It was insane. Some of these corn farms were hundreds of acres. I was like, this is insane how much corn people are growing.
you
Like,
haven't driven through Indiana very much, have you?
well, yeah, but I like bell peppers too. But we're making so much sugar out of corn. It's insane. And we're doing it because the government is subsidizing corn because corn grows easily and excellently in a lot of this country.
Especially Mexico. Mexico's got great corn growing bloody conditions too.
Yeah, but I will say I've had some of these different Mexican corns. I like that sweet yellow corn that the Americans make. It's that big yellow corn cob, you know?
Yeah, that's what we make here in Australia.
It's delicious, isn't it?
Oh, super sweet.
But yeah, there's like no nutrition in it. You know that, right? I mean, it's like peanuts. Like you eat it, you crap it out, it looks the same as when it went in. You're like, I swear to God, I chewed that up and digested it.
It's just good clear out, mate. But the funny thing about it is, like, I understand that you guys like what goes on in America. I just can't work out why you let one guy own so much of your farming area, like Bill Gates.
He bought it legally. What are you gonna do? You're gonna tell someone else they can't sell their land? And I hear what you're saying, but like,
I don't
what can you
mean
do to
like
stop
that.
them?
I understand that, and I understand like the concept of America, you know, or commercial. But the thing is, don't you think it'd be against national interest to have one person controlling so much of your food belt?
Possibly. And it is actually possible for the government to do something should it become something they see as an issue. But I mean, the guy wants to buy farmland. He's not overseeing it directly. Granted, he does want to take everyone off of meat, which could be an issue. But my diet hasn't changed much. So I mean, maybe he just sees a way to make money because everybody needs to eat, you know?
Oh yeah, look, I get that, mate. But have you got anything in your constitution, anything like that? If, like, for example, he tries to stop it or whatever, that the government's got the right to come through and reclaim that land?
It can be seized from him for breaking certain laws. They wouldn't necessarily reclaim it, but they could say we're taking it as part of punishment for this crime you committed.
Okay.
No, we see that a lot with people growing drugs. Federal
Yeah, sees
government.
everything they take has been bought with drug money.
Yeah, well, not just that. They will if you growing the marijuana plants on your own property, they would seize your property because it was used to grow marijuana. This is something they're doing in the 90s during the war on drugs, the whole DARE program being huge. Didn't work so well, but I mean, the government turned around and sold the property at a cheap rate for someone who grew 20 pot trees on their property, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, anyway, do you
Little
have
Shane Gillis.
Yeah, you better share because I'm sharing now. And yeah, here's hoping that you have something queued up or you start in the beginning.
Not starting the beginning.
All right.
Because the beginning is boring.
All right. Yeah, I got a good laugh out of his Epstein joke, how it deleted itself.
That's where we're going.
Yeah, let's just look the other way.
Be an Epstein joke here, but as it got deleted. Must have probably deleted itself, right? Probably never existed, actually. Let's move on as a country and ignore that. The New York Knicks had a great season. Yeah, hell yeah.
This isn't your granny sweet tea. It's new Sprite Plus tea. It's better than tea. It has Sprite and tea flavors.
Who you out there talking to, baby? And what did you do to my good picture?
Try new Sprite Plus tea. Obey your thirst. Oh, gotta go.
Carl Anthony Towns is here. Hey, girl. Max Crosby is here. Max, I hope you had a good Juneteenth, brother. Why you guys weird? Four-time WNBA All-Star Brittany Hicks is here. Give it up for Brittany, everybody. I'm joking around. That's my friend's wife. I knew none of you knew WNBA players.
That's pretty
That's
funny.
crazy. You clap for that. Simone Biles is here. Yeah, hell yeah. It's not bad.
Olympic
Simone
gold
Biles
medalist.
is 4'8" and has 7 gold medals. She's short and has a lot of gold. When she's not competing, she leads a quiet life at the base of a rainbow. It's a leprechaun joke. If you tell Simone a riddle and she can't answer it, she has to give you all of her gold medals. That was the best one. Joe Rogan actually wanted me to be here to host this award show so that I could capture Adam Silver because Joe thinks he's an alien. And Donald Trump wanted me to be here to capture Juan Soto for the same reason. It's an alien joke. Wait, who booed up there, dude? Shut up.
Who booed up
Aaron
there?
Rodgers did not take the vaccine because he predicted it would be bad for him. And then he joined the New York Jets.
Oh.
So maybe he wasn't right about everything. Shador Sanders had his jersey number retired at Colorado this year, and people are saying it's because of nepotism, because of his father, and it's not. It's because he went 13-12 over his career, and he almost won the Alamo Bowl.
The Alamo Bowl.
Definitely not nepotism, right? All right. It's a big year for the WNBA. I love Caitlin Clark. Yeah, hell yeah.
Waffle House. This is great.
Caitlin Clark, she and I have a lot in common. We're both whites from the Midwest who have nailed a bunch of threes. All right. There you go. Lighten up a little. This is not serious. We'll see about this one. When Caitlin Clark retires from the WNBA, she's going to work at a Waffle House so she can continue doing what she loves most, fist-fighting black women.
Oh, damn.
Hell yeah. Who yelled? Drewski? Thank you, bro. Oh, John Jones? Yeah. What are you, nut jobs over there? Hell yeah. Shohei Ohtani couldn't make it tonight. Man, I hope his interpreter didn't bet that he was going to be here. Shohei is a once-in-a-generation talent. No one's been able to do what he does at so many positions, pitcher, hitter, and bookie. A bookie is what Bill Belichick reads to his girlfriend before bedtime. They do. They read The Very Horny Caterpillar, The Little Engine That Could But Needed a Pill First, and of course, the classic Goodnight Boobs. That was my favorite one. Also, I'm not trashing Bill Belichick. First off, he's 73 years old and he's dating a hot 24-year-old, and people are criticizing him.
Good for you.
What happened to this country? It used to be a great country. He won 6 Super Bowls. Yeah. He's dating a hot 24-year-old. Maybe if you guys won 6 Super Bowls, you wouldn't be sitting next to a fat, ugly dog wife.
Oh, damn.
They let me do it. I don't. This is Disney. They allowed that. Yeah, I'm going to tell you a story. I was at we should have taken that out. I had doubts going into that. That didn't work all week. Actually, it was a good year for me in sports. I went to Notre Dame, went to the national title. I was at go Irish. I was at the Eagles game, the Super Bowl when they won, and it was not go Birds. Go Birds. Yeah. But I was down there. I'm just going to tell you a story real quick. It's not a good joke. It was halftime of the game, and we looked up, and you could see Donald Trump. He was sitting in the suite, like at the 50-yard line. You couldn't see him, but you could see like his silhouette. You know what I mean? It was just
Hitchcock style.
Also, can we stop pretending Donald Trump knows ball? It's like a weird thing where they're like, man, he loves sport. He doesn't know anything about sports. Every time a team comes and visits the White House, he's like, and you must be the guy who catches. It's like, look at these guys, big guys, black guys. And that's just when the New York Liberty visited.
Oh.
They didn't visit. That's just a joke.
Yeah.
But it was halftime, and we looked up and we saw Trump. I was with my buddy, and I was like, we should just sneak up there and try to meet him. And we did. We got into his suite, which turns out it's pretty easy to get access to Donald Trump, which is probably why he keeps getting shot all the time. We just got right in there. But we're in there. He doesn't know who I am, but there's a line of people, and he's just shaking hands with everybody. And I was at the end of the line.
But
also, I took a picture with him, and I posted it, and people got upset about that. What the hell? He's the president. If Osama bin Laden was in the suite, I would have been like, yeah, you're crazy. All right. But
wow.
He's
Okay,
shaking hands with
then.
everybody. And it's very funny. Trump does this thing whenever he meets somebody for the first time, even if he doesn't know him. He gives them like a crazy compliment. It's kind of nice. Like he got to the guy next to me and he was like,
Heard
"Look
this,
at you,
actually.
you're beautiful." And then he got to me and he was like, "Look at you, you're huge." I was like, "Thank you, Mr. President." But he shook my hand. He stood next to me. So I'm just, I was at the end of the line, so there's no one else for him to shake hands with. So he's just standing next. I got to hear him breathe for like a minute, just standing next to me, just. And then his daughter Ivanka walked over to us, which, by the way, so hot. She walked over, and it was halftime of the Super Bowl. I was hammered. I was like, "Hello."
How you
Your dad
doing?
just said I was huge. So now it's me, Trump, and Ivanka. They're not talking to me, obviously, but I can overhear what they're saying. And Trump goes, "Ivanka, how would you like to meet the president of soccer?" And sure enough, the president of FIFA soccer was also in the suite with us. He was getting like nachos. And Donald Trump just looks at him and goes, "Ew." And the guy put his plate down and walked straight to us. And then Donald Trump didn't even look at him. He just kept talking to his daughter, and he goes, "This is the president of soccer. And they gave us the World Cup, and they did that because of me." And then he walked out of the room.
He does a good Trump.
He does.
It was just me and the president of FIFA looking at each other like, that was crazy. All right, that was a dumb thing to say. It was crazy. That was crazy, being in that room. It's crazy to be in this room with so many legends. You guys are awesome. Oscar Robertson, that's awesome. Sugar Ray Leonard's here. Hell yeah. Sugar Ray, you're the man, but in 10 years, Jake Paul is going to try to knock you out, so take it easy.
Oh, no.
There's one thing I want to say
Tyson
before I get
joke.
out of here, and this is a dumb joke. You guys aren't going to like it, but it's just a Norm Macdonald joke that I loved when he hosted
Here we
the
go.
ESPYs, and I'm going to do it now. Travis Hunter won the Heisman Trophy this year. He's the first defensive player since Charles Woodson to win the Heisman. Congratulations, Travis Hunter, winning the Heisman. That's something they can never take away from you, unless you kill your wife and a waiter, in which case they can take that away from you. Well, see, a lot of you don't like me, and that's okay.
I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
I love this Caitlin Clark joke about how she's going to work at Waffle House because her true passion is fist fighting black women.
Yeah.
Now, he should have said at Florida Waffle House to make it even better, but I thought that was hilarious because for real, like I don't watch WNBA, but they keep showing up in my news feed because we paid attention to Caitlin Clark for a little while.
Yeah. I still pay attention to her.
Yeah, when she got her,
She's like the thing that's like revitalizing the women's NBA, you know?
bringing
People are
money
showing
into it,
people are paying to go see WNBA because of her now.
and they just keep trying to injure her.
Of course. Because she's not black.
But just a heads up, does everyone realize that basketball was invented by white guys
No, I don't think so.
in Springfield, Massachusetts?
That's where the Basketball Hall of Fame is.
Oh, go figure, right?
Yeah.
Just like if you go to oh my God, why can't I think of the Baseball Hall of Fame?
Canton.
No,
That's the NBA, the NFL. Canton.
it's somethingville. Oh, this is gonna drive me nuts. But yeah, the Baseball Hall of Fame is where the oldest baseball park exists. Oh, it's gonna drive me nuts. I have to find out. Sorry, I have to find out.
All right.
No,
Do it.
mate.
All right, Cooperstown. Okay, sorry, Cooperstown, New York. It's got the oldest baseball fields still in use in the United States. Right there, really cool. I don't like that baseball has been dying for the last 30 years, 20 years.
Right.
But every time I think it's dying, I go ahead and look at what's going on. And baseball is still huge in the United States.
Yeah, but it's not the NFL's taken over as like the national pastime.
Correct. But your average person can play baseball, whereas
The things that are going around now is like, will soccer ever overcome football?
well, yeah, Trump wants to rename soccer football. I was like, what are we gonna do about football?
Well, soccer is one of the biggest sports in the world.
Yes, it is. Yeah, I agree with you, but we
But
created
not
our
in
own sport.
America.
Yeah, we created our own sport and named it football. What are we gonna call football if we start calling soccer football?
We're never going to do
Well,
that. It's never going to be
well, I
called
think-
football in the U.S.
Trump said he can make it
Nah.
happen.
Trump
Well, we call
can't
it soccer in
make it
Australia.
happen.
We call it soccer in
Footy?
Australia.
I
we
know.
call it soccer here.
Yeah, well, if it's actually like an American style football game, you guys call it American football, don't you?
Yeah, but you talk to anyone in Europe, they all call it football.
I know. But and again, that's what Trump was like. Yeah, maybe we can get on board with the rest of the world, call it football. I'm like, well, then what do we do with football?
Yeah. Well, you look at Australia, we've got soccer, we've got Aussie rules, we've got rugby union and rugby league. And gridirons
Yeah,
now.
you got a different
starting to
name for
play.
rugby. You didn't call rugby football.
Nah, rugby union's different to rugby league.
All right, and I know I've tried to watch rugby. The rules are weird.
I've watched it in person. That's the only place I've ever seen rugby is like actually a bunch of people playing it, and it's in a football
That's
field.
cool. That's pretty cool.
Violent, very violent.
Very violent.
Yeah, there's a
Just
lot
the
of
way we like
violence.
it.
Yeah, and talk all the trash you want about the pads these guys wear in American football, but you got like 260-pound dudes that are 12 inches apart from each other, jumping up at the full ability to smash into somebody every minute and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that would kill you without some kind of equipment. And I'm definitely not talking trash about rugby. I'm just saying it's a different game altogether.
Oh yeah.
And that's why I said wearing headgears. People started ripping ears off.
But you got to look, mate, we got guys that size here too. We don't wear nothing. We play for 80 minutes, 2 40-minute halves, no stoppages, no timeouts, no breaks. Just building each other for 40 minutes, then go on second half and doing it.
That's what I mean, though. That's a constant push versus repeated impact. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just it's a different game, and they may look similar, but they're not really. It requires a completely different athlete to play either game.
Oh yeah, 100%. Skill technique's different.
Yeah, it's different rules, different everything. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like if we change soccer to football, then what are we going to call football in the United States?
We're not.
Gridiron.
Yeah, I know. This will be football. Maybe we'll call soccer footy.
Nah, then you'll have Australians blowing up, mate. That's what we call footy.
I know. I don't know what this meeting question is.
No, don't worry about it.
Everyone wants to ask me a question. Well, yep, I got it. Don't worry. You don't have to tell me twice. Yeah. I got some leftovers. But like, okay. There's like an 8.4 earthquake off the coast of Alaska recently.
Uh-huh.
They were worried about a tsunami. From what I understand, it didn't happen because I didn't hear about it again.
Right.
But from what I found out recently is Australia is more likely to have an earthquake than anywhere else in our country. Everyone talks about the San Andreas fault, but Alaska, and especially the Aleutian Islands, boom,
Right.
fault line right there. Guess that makes sense. But Brian, I am playing the outro.
All right. Without sharing.
Yeah, no, you're right. That is the problem is I forgot to share.
It happens.
I know, as I get everything queued up and ready to go. Of course, right? All right. That was $2.92. If you made it this far, maybe toss us $3. You can find our link to our PayPal somewhere, I'm sure.
I will put it out there. And come watch us on YouTube next week, because that's where we're going to live stream until they kick us off.
Probably.